What up, Eddie? How you doing, man? Gonna be a good show. Rotten Rob, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? You guys had a good New Year's? Hold on. What's up, guys? John here. Titan Talk Tuesday in full effect. And I'm here. Let me see, make sure I got all my papers here. Sorry about that, guys. So we got two good articles to talk to you guys about. I hope you guys are starting your New Year's off healthy and ready and motivated. Hope Rod said just got back from a good walk. What up, Hope Squad? What's going on, brother? How you doing? The real con man. What's going on? How you doing? Hope all is well. Like I said, I hope you guys are starting New Year's off great, motivated, and training, exercising, and getting to those goals which you guys are trying to achieve. So at this point, you know, all this crazy stuff is going on in the world today, as you guys know, with COVID and all this other crazy stuff. So at this point, I really want to talk about some of these different things out there that are going on. So obviously we know COVID's out there. People are getting COVID. People that are boosted, vaccinated, the whole nine are still. I watched the president's address today as I was sitting at my house. I was home today, so I was feeling a little bit underneath the weather. So obviously I didn't want to go in, get my staff sick, or just make sure I'm taking precautions just until I get a test, because as a medical center, I still can't get rapids, which is kind of crazy, right? I love that I have them tomorrow from Henry Shire, which is a medical supplier, but you'd think that medical places would have rapids, and they're more rare than you guys think out there, which obviously a lot of people are trying to get. So at that point, you know, all this crazy stuff is going out there. People are getting COVID. Either they're boosted, they're vaccinated, double vaccinated, the whole nine. So at this point, what are we talking about? So the president's talking about today how, you know, even if you're vaccinated and you're boosted, you still might get sick, but you just might not get as ill, right? Well, we don't even know if that's the truth. If you weren't, because all you guys are getting vaccinated, double vaccinated and boosted, which I have no problems about. And if you want to make that choice, that's totally fine. I just can't see it, you know, why we're doing some of these different things, you know. When we were talking about the FDA and their panels, because now they're talking about 12 to 15-year-olds getting boosted already. It's kind of crazy because they're not agreeing on it. So we have these different forums of these governing bodies, I guess, of health and our government. They can't agree on what's going on. We should follow the science and all these good things, but it doesn't look like we're following the science because the scientists can't even get it right to some extreme. But it is what it is. So that's just my little rant to start this off with. I'm sorry that everybody's going through this bad time. A lot of bad things are happening, right? You know, kids aren't talking about going back to school in Chicago and all these different things, which is horrible for kids, and we know that. So it is what it is. Ozzy J, what's going on? Alex, what's up, dude? How you guys doing? So holding out long in the house. What's going on? So let's talk about one of my first articles. Well, actually, let's get into tri-me therapy because that was where I was going with this. So listen, guys, we know that the flu is back. We know that COVID is running rampant. All kinds of different things, sinus infections, the cold weather's here, right? Which people usually get sick during this time period. So at this point, you know, what can you guys do to boost your immune function the best you possibly can? If you guys are going into highly populated areas and you want to take all the precautions necessary, or you just want to fortify your immune system, or you're immunocompromised. There's a lot of people out there immunocompromised. There's one therapy that really sticks out, right? And I've talked about a number of different therapies we've had over the years, like glutathione, thiamosine alpha-1. But when COVID hit 2020, we really wanted to get something that was really going to help people in a number of different ways. So with that, we came out with the Tri-Immunity. If you guys don't know what Tri-Immunity has in it, it's real simple. It has vitamin C, zinc, and glutathione. So it's got all three of very, very potent antioxidants and things to help boost your function. That's where the Tri-Immunity really defines the immune system. It's free radicals out. It's great for anti-inflammation or for inflammation. So it's really good for a number of different things. I'm using it right now. So Tri-Immune is an injectable, Dominic. It's got injectable glutathione, injectable vitamin C, and injectable zinc all in one injection. It's a highly concentrated injection, right? Now, you're talking about 200 milligrams of glutathione, 200 milligrams of vitamin C, and 5 milligrams of zinc. So if we broke this down, let's just look at glutathione by itself. We have a glutathione package, which is 200 milligrams per ml for 30 mLs. It's $180 for that therapy package. Now, if you got it in vitamin C and zinc, it's $275. So you're really getting a lot of bang for the buck. And that's really where it comes on to play. What up? How you doing, Charmaine? Oh, nice to see you. Yeah, it's definitely a good one, Charmaine. If you got to be around out in the public, or you really, really want to, boost the immune function, or just stay on top of your game, that's where Triimmune really comes into play. Now, Triimmune is a very concentrated injectable as far as the ingredients in it. So at that point, I like to mix a little bit of B12 in there. It'll take some of the sting off a little bit. It won't sting real bad, but listen, I never lie to you guys. When you put things in the refrigerator, right, things are going to get cold. And when they get cold, they thicken. The viscosity thickens in it. So that means it gets a little bit thicker. So at that point, here's a trick and a secret for you guys. If you guys have a cold product, glutathione, Triimmunity, anything like that, right, draw it up, cap it, and leave it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. Let it warm up to room temperature and then inject it. And then it should be pretty good for you guys. It is what it is. What up, B-Moozin? How you doing? So this is really, really good stuff. And you know what? If you're looking for the best out there as far as immune boosting functions and fortifying the immune system, that's where Triimmunity really takes the top. There's nothing that's going to have those three components in it. And those three components are very, very, like I said, powerful for helping the immune system. And you get over colds faster too as well. That's where zinc really comes into play. With these things, glutathione, vitamin C, zinc, the Triimmunity, it's all in one bottle, 30 mLs. One injection has 200 milligrams of glutathione, 200 milligrams of vitamin C, and 5 milligrams of zinc, which is really, really going to help you guys in these tough times. Even if it wasn't tough times, we know we're going to have sickness around us. So at that point, you want to make sure that you're doing the best for your body. And they have a lot more health benefits from just helping with immune functions. So let's not just stick it there. It's so much. But the reason I wanted to talk about it this week and make it Therapy of the Week was because all the stuff that we're dealing with out there. Like, listen, we're dealing with it here just as much as everybody's dealing with it around the country. Whether it's in our office, right, or out in public, whatever it is. And here in Florida, people are a little bit more freer, okay? So it might spread a little bit faster, whether it's COVID or another infection. It is what it is. But people are going to get sick. That's why. You want to make sure that you're giving yourself the best for your body to go into that battle against sickness and really, take the win. That's what it's all about. What up, Warren Limo? How you doing? Tom, what's going on? How you doing? DC Baker in the house? All right. So, Kyle, what's going on? So the next thing is Big Irishman talking about it right now. So let's talk about the Titan Transformation Challenge. All right. I'm getting a lot of emails on this Titan Transformation Challenge. People want to know how they can buy the shirts, what they need to do. So, guys, the Titan Transformation Challenge was designed for you guys. It wasn't designed for us at Titan. It was really designed for people out there to get them motivated, stay dedicated, and be accountable for really wanting to hit their health and fitness goals in 2022 and get it out there running. So that's why we threw this out there. And we made it open for everybody. So whether you're a patient, you're in. If you're not a patient, you buy a t-shirt, you're in. And it's real simple to do after that. It's not really hard at all. So guys, if you want to join the Titan Transformation Challenge, it's a 60-day transformation challenge from where you're currently at in your pictures with your height, your weight. At that point, you'll be able to win free HRT for 6 months. And the other thing was, people were like, well, what if I don't need HRT, John? I don't need it. No problem. You don't have to have HRT. We will happily substitute other therapies, services, or clothing for the exact same amount of money that you're going to give with the HRT, which is $375 a month. So that's pretty good. You can get, our Triimmune therapy right there for $275 and some $100 to spare. You get libido enhancers, you can get clothing, whatever you want. We got it for you guys. So it's really for you guys to really take advantage of. So listen, if you want to be in the Titan Transformation Challenge, the 60-day challenge, all you have to do is go to TitanMedicalCenter.com. When you go to TitanMedicalCenter.com, there's a tab at the top. It's for contests and media. Go there, click it. It's going to have all the information and rules for the contest, which is it's pretty simple and easy. I didn't want to make this really difficult. There's no fine print involved. At that point, you guys can all read it. And if you have questions, or text the office. We'll be happy to walk you through it and whatever you need to do. What up, Kim? How you doing? I hope you guys all had a great new year. All you guys are joining in. What up, Jessica? How you doing? I signed up for the challenge. Can't wait. Let's go. Let's do it. And that's one of my Titan, my ambassadors right there. So she's excited. I know a lot of other people are excited. Some people, they couldn't afford HRT even if they wanted to. So at that point, I want to make this, the motivation for them, the carrot, right, to get them there. So at that point, not only will they be starting off 2022 awesome by, achieving their health and fitness goals or on their way to it, but if they win, then they get to take advantage of the therapies, which will help them even beyond if they need it, right? Because we have something for everybody, no matter, like I said, if you need HRT or not, which the other question was, John, what's HRT? And that's my fault because not everybody knows acronyms and stuff like that. So let me break it down what HRT is. HRT is hormone replacement therapy. And what does it mean? It means that we are balancing hormones, right? We're doing hormone replacement therapy. We're replacing hormones that are deficient or non-existent in the body that you need, okay? Or optimizing, right? So that's what it means. Kim, definitely check it out. It's a great contest. All you guys out there, if you guys don't get in the contest, I don't know why. Especially if you guys are patients, all you guys got to do is just send us the progress pics in the beginning, your model release, and your height and weight. I think you're ready to go at that point. It's real simple, real easy to do. So go to the TitanMedicalCenter.com, go to the 60-day contest media page, click on it. It'll have all the rules and what you need to do. It'll have an email address at the bottom, which is titanmedicalcontest@gmail.com, and you'll see it on there. So at that point, you can do that. Big Irishman, how do you become a Titan ambassador, Big Boss John? I'm interested. So I will talk about that here in about a week or two. I haven't opened up the ambassador line for public yet. Jessica Azarillo, so if you guys know, all right, so let's break it down with her story. Because she's on here, and she can vouch for it. And it's really, really cool, right? So every year, I do, like a running for Titanettes, usually for promotions or team members possibly. And I usually have a local area. I do take some people that are out of state here or there, but I haven't opened it up completely. So Jessica Azarillo came in multiple times to be a Titanette. And at that point in time, I don't think that she was on that level, right? Because I only want the best, straight up. And I'm very honest about it. But she was very consistent about it. She was persistent about it. And she did the work without us doing anything for her. She's lost so much weight. She's turned herself around inside and out. I'm very proud of her. I tell her this all the time. She got turned down 3 times. She wrote on here. So I thought it was only 2. But, at that point, listen, I always feel bad because I want everybody part of the brand. I love Titan Medical Center, and I want to share this with everybody out there. But at that point in time, when she came in, we were looking for just promotional models, and people thought we were going to represent the brand like they needed to. And some of those people didn't. They didn't work out. But like I said, she stayed persistent and consistent with it. She did the work without us. And now she is a Titanette, straight up. So she's a part of the team. And she does great work, guys. So all the way around, and what she's doing in her life and everything like that. Like I said, very proud of her and what she's doing and what she's done. And how she's become part of the team of the Titan family. Because once you're part of the Titan family, man, it's hard to get off. Unless you really mess up or you just don't do what you're supposed to be doing all the time. I'm usually good about it. But it is what it is. But this year's a whole different level. So 2022, I am going to open some sort of ambassador program for people out there. And at that point, maybe for some clothing or something like that, or some special discounting on some things or something like that. I definitely want to add some different people out there. I want to open up the Titan brand more and more. I want people out there that are just, that are it for the right reasons, right? I'm not a stepping stone. I don't like Titan being used for a stepping stone. I've had that in the past, and I won't make that mistake again. All right. I know you're persistent, Big Irishman. Either way, if I do join the contest or be a patient, I'll be involved with Titan. Let's go, Kai Gus. Let's do it, man. All right. So Warner Limo said, what do you think of Nugenix Total T? All right. So here is my stance or opinion on over-the-counter test boosters. If they really worked, I think I'd be selling those, guys. You wouldn't need a prescription from me to get testosterone. Wouldn't be a controlled substance. It'd work great. I think everybody would do that. I don't think it works that good. But I don't know all the way, right? I've tested some people on test boosters, and they haven't come back about a point over, right? But listen, if it does work, I'm all open for it. I'm never closed-minded about things. So at that point, if you're willing to take that Warner limo and see what the testosterone levels are, we could possibly do that and just run a free and total testosterone test and see where you were at 1 month, and then 30 days later, take it the exact same time, being consistent about everything 30 days later, and see where the levels are at. That's really going to truly tell us. But I don't think it's going to jump you that many points either. So even if it does jump you a couple points, I don't think it's going to be enough to boost you all the way. And when we talk about total T, we're really leaving out another aspect of testosterone. And we're talking about free testosterone now. So when we talk about free testosterone, that's what's getting utilized by the total testosterone. In our body, we have total testosterone and free testosterone. In layman's terms, I'm going to break it down for you real simple. Let's say you got a gas tank or a reservoir, right? And it's holding your testosterone. And then you have this little filter that drops down out of that reservoir, and it's going to your body. And that's total testosterone. Your total testosterone is getting utilized in the body. That's what's getting utilized. But you have to have a good reservoir too as well. You have to have something to pull from. Just because you can pump out 10 gallons out of a river, if the river is dried up, you ain't getting 10 gallons out. So that's just a way I just want to break it down for you guys so you kind of understand what it's all about. But it's a good question because I get that question a lot of times about test boosters over the counter. And you know what? If they worked, I'd be like, I've seen some over-the-counter products do some really negative things to people, like some testosterone boosters and such, or SARMs, or these different things that these people have taken, where it's completely screwed up their hormones, shut down natural function of hormones, like testosterone, and then have to go on treatment anyway. And some have conversion to estrogen and you gynecomastia from it. Right? Nobody wants to have that. Trust me, because the only way you're getting rid of gynecomastia, guys, is by surgery. Gynecomastia is the growth of tissue in the breast area. All right, and at that point, if you grow that tissue in that area, there's only going to be one thing you can do, and that's cutting it out. And when you have to go through that surgery, some doctors cut out the gland, some cut it down. It really depends. And they do lipo on the area too as well to make it very aesthetically pleasing. Now, if you have gynecomastia, this is something you might want to look at doing. If you're embarrassed to take off your shirt and such, you might want to look into getting the surgery done. I always recommend it for people because that's the biggest thing that hits people. And some people, guys especially, because guys get gynecomastia, women get breasts. So when guys get gynecomastia, it might not be from steroid use or anabolic use. There's other different medications, first off, foods, and other things that can cause a male to get gynecomastia. So at that point, we want to make sure, well, hold it, there's a lot more inexpensive than that. So $10,000 is a pretty high cost for a gynecomastia surgery nowadays. I've seen anywhere as low as $2,000 to $3,000. I see $5,000, and that's about the average. $5,000 with lipo, and then you got some really good doctors out there, which, hey, listen, sometimes you pay for what you get. They're charging $10,000. I've also seen some insurance companies cover gynecomastia surgery, and that's a real rarity. I've only seen one. I've heard one guy come back to me and tell me that, because everybody asks me at Titan, like, there's a lot of people that come to Titan Medical Center that have already had past anabolic use or prepubescent gynecomastia. That means, when they're going through puberty, hormones fluctuate real high, gynecomastia happens, and, it's a fact. My son has it, okay? He has gynecomastia, and that's from puberty. He's growing so quick. He's 12 years old. He's like 5'10". He's big as hell. But he's got a little puffiness in the nipples, for sure. Now, I tested prolactin. I tested estrogen on him. I tested all these different things. And everything came back kind of normal at that time. So I don't know when it actually happened. So, he's in the same boat, right? He wants to get it done. I'm like, listen, you're 12 years old. You have to wait a little bit. I'm not going to just do this to him. He's 12 years old, right? I just don't want to do that. So at this point, that's really what you got to look at, some of these different things. And it's a very common thing out there. And it affects a lot of guys' confidence all the way around. You got denied years ago. So listen, years ago to now is a little bit different in some of the things. And if you find the right doctor that can write up for medical necessity, that's what this guy did. he went in and he said it was affecting everyday life. It could cause cancer and all these different things. And I guess the insurance company covered it. And he was really happy. But I have not heard of many cases like that. So don't get your hopes up. But if you do save and you want to get that surgery done, there are some good doctors out there that can do it. But make sure you're going to somebody that knows what they're doing. Because if not, they're going to mess your chest up even more, or they're going to give you something that doesn't look good. And then you're going to have to roll around with that forever or try to get it fixed. Because once you get it fixed, doesn't mean that you can get that fixed. It gets really crazy. So go to somebody that does have good reviews, good patient testimonials, has been in the business for a long time, and fits your budget. So that's the best thing I can say about that. All right, guys, let's talk about our first subject of the day. So, and this name is hilarious. PewDiePie, that's his name, and this guy's from the Netherlands. PewDiePie, is that his name? PewDiePie? PewDiePie. So PewDiePie fires massive shots at The Rock, an iconic Marvel duo, with bold accusations. So what this article was about, and it's pretty funny because this kind of goes along with what we're doing. Basically, PewDiePie, PewDiePie from the Netherlands is basically calling out all these actors, wannabe Marvel actors, for not being transparent to their audiences. So what do you think they're not being transparent about? And, it's a pretty simple thing. I guess this is the elephant in the room. They're taking anabolic steroids. All right. It's pretty much a fact. All right. Now, I haven't sold them any steroids. I don't know anybody that sold them any steroids. But you can kind of get the look once you've been in the business for long enough. What guy is doing what his transition looks like, transformation. The age goes right along with it. When you're 50 years old, it's going to be a lot harder if you're natural, totally natural, to really put on dense muscle like you do. I mean, let's think about this. The older you get, the more you decline, the more you're deficient in hormones. The harder it is to build muscle mass or stay lean, for everything to function properly. Because as we age, we decline and then we die. But intertwining or optimizing back hormones that they need to be will turn your body right around, especially if you're putting in the work. Now, this guy talked about these actors and they have the best of the best, and that's attributed to it too as well, which obviously it's right? So, if you have the best nutritionists, you have the best trainers, you have all the best, right? You're paying all this money. That's great. That's going to get you so far. But then when you start putting anabolic steroids in the mix or optimization of hormones, that's when another bump comes up. You level up. I mean, pretty much that's how it is. So, don't let these guys out there let you think as an audience that they might not be optimizing their hormones or doing certain things to get their body the way it needs to be. Because, guys, it's really, really happening. I hate people that say it's not, because it really is. Even in the fitness world, okay? Let's talk about this. You're not going to get guys looking like Mr. Olympia. You think they're not doing any sort of optimization to their bodies or enhancements. It's a fact. That is a fact. Like 100%, I know a fact. From the very top to the very bottom. So when a trainer comes up to you and says, and you're like, all right, cool, I'm going to get like this. And he's like, yeah. And then down the line, or a coach, and then they're like, well, you're going to have to start taking all this stuff. That throws some different things in the mix. Now, there's one thing to optimize. There's another thing to abuse. And making sure health is a more priority. That's the biggest thing that anybody should take out of all of this. Because whether you're enhancing or optimizing, if you don't have your health, you're not going to be doing that very, very long. So that's always my pitch to everybody out there. I was over the weekend, I went to this place called Armature Works. It's got like tons of restaurants in there. I walk in there. I'm walking past these maybe 13, 14-year-old kids, like a tank top on, like, oh, natty what? I'm like, no. I told Sheriff, I go, I'm not natty. Do I look like I'm natty? No, I'm not natty, right? But I'm on hormone replacement therapy, and I'm telling you guys, I gave you a brief little talk, which I'm like, listen, you guys are in high school, freshmen? Awesome. They're on the football team, great. How do I get big? That's the first question they asked me. And it kind of took me back because when I was that age, I would look to the biggest dude in the gym and be like, hey, man, how do I get like you? How do I get big? Right? And be like, well, you got to eat good. You know, you got to clean the diet. You got to train real hard. It's going to take you years to do. I was like, I can accept that. But then, you know, they just kind of start telling you about, hey, listen, well, you know, if you want to expedite those results, then take this. And then, you know, you're kind of thinking about, well, if he's telling me to take this, and maybe that's what everybody's doing. So I always tell the younger guys, I'm like, listen, man, like, it's not worth it. Trust me right now. You're going to have plenty of time down the road to optimize yourself or enhance yourself and really need it. So at this point, live it out to as good as you possibly can with what you got, right? They definitely do steroids. That is very true. You know, that's when Titan can really step in. That's true, Kaji Gus. So, I mean, that's what it's all about, man. We got to make sure that, you know, we're directing these young guys in the right ways. Elmatic, what's going on? Core Cute, what's up? So, if you got younger guys out there or girls, and they're asking what to do, try to point them in the right direction. It's real easy to tell them to take something. And then that's when abuse really comes to happen. Can I be an ambassador to drive your limo? Oh, Lambo. They said limo. Lambo. Man, I don't know if you fit in there, Holden. I don't know. I barely fit in there, man. It's real tiny in the inside of that thing. I got Drew in the passenger seat. You guys can imagine Drew in the passenger seat of the Lamborghini. Because, guys, it's not big in there at all. So I was really, really impressed that he even got in there. But it's crazy. All right, guys, next topic. And if you guys have any questions about what we do at Titan Medical Center, or you want to know about a therapy, you have a question, please just shout it out here on the live. I'll be happy to answer for you guys. And if you don't know what we do hormone replacement therapy for males and females, medical weight loss, vitamin amino acid injectable therapies, and our signature ones. So these you're not going to find anywhere in the market, and definitely get better results out of different things that we have. We've got libido enhancer options for males and females, peptides, healing peptides, weight loss peptides, sexual peptides, detoxification therapies like glutathione, or even Trimune's a good one now. The other things we do is blood work nationwide. So wherever you guys are at, except for Ohio and Idaho, which I'm working at Ohio. I get my Ohio guys all the time, like, because we used to service Ohio all the time. And I had tons of Ohio patients, and then their laws went kind of wacky. Like, you know what? It's okay. So at this point, I've got some new light to Ohio. So hopefully that is going to be cards for you guys. But yeah, so we do all that nationwide for you guys. If you guys need any help in any of these different areas, especially now when all you guys have these goals that you guys want to achieve, then hit us up. I'm in Vegas. How can you help me here? So if you're in Vegas, it's not a problem. If you need blood work, we can send you to a lab in your nearest area or your zip code. And we do everything via telemedicine. So you'll see a medical provider via Skype or FaceTime, okay? They'll go over all your new patient paperwork. They'll go over your lab results, go everything through you. The consultations usually last between 30 minutes and an hour, depending on the patient, how much he wants to talk or what they want to go over. From there, the doctors and medical providers will make the recommendations for you. And at that point, they will send it directly from the pharmacy, directly to your doorstep in Las Vegas or wherever you live at in the country, except for Ohio and Idaho right now. All right. Warren Limo said, my fingers get really hard and stiff. What can I do? Now, if it's arthritis or something like that, where you're getting stiffness in there, glutathione might help with the inflammation, because usually it's inflammation that's causing that. That might be a way to go. BPC 157 might be a way to go too as well. We have to get some more in-depth information about what's going on. All right, Warren Limo. So if you want to call or text the office, we'll be happy to help you out with that. Santana, what's going on? How you guys doing? So next topic of the day. New science shows how exercise affects nearly every cell in the body. So usually with the New Year's resolutions, and they usually start in January and end in March. The reason is because a lot of people go to the gym because they want to lose weight. But they don't lose that much weight, or they don't lose any weight at all. The problem is that somebody goes into the gym, they get on a treadmill, they run hard for 15, 20, 30 minutes. I mean, hard. And they burn like, they're sweating like crazy. They're huffing and puffing. Like, they just got a grueling workout. And they might only burn 200 or 300 calories. They get off the treadmill. They leave the gym. They go eat a donut. Now they're back at square one. It's that easy to intake that amount of calories that you burned off. The whole point is to go into a calorie deficit if you really want to lose weight. That's really what it is. But this study was talking about how even if you don't lose weight, you will get a major part of benefits from exercising. So with exercise, we know it can help with a lot of different things. So even if you're not losing weight, you're still staying mobile. It can help you not get these degenerative diseases to a certain extent. It'll keep you active. It'll keep you sleep better. Your health better all the way around. These are things that exercise does. So exercise should be a staple of anything that you do. During your days, you should definitely want to exercise. Now, what are the standards of exercise per se, right? So the standards by the government's terms are 150 minutes to 300 minutes a week of moderate activity. So that means walking, jogging, running, hiking, whatever you're doing, just being active. So if we really broke that down, that's 5 days a week at 60 minutes. That's a lot. That's at the top. If you're going for 150 minutes, it's a lot less, obviously, right? You're talking about maybe 3 days and you got it done. 60 minutes of exercise. Or you can spread out to half an hour each day. If you're doing vigorous exercise, really train weights hard, you're hitting it, not taking a long amount of breaks, then at that point, they say between 75 minutes and 150 minutes. That's more achievable for somebody if you really go in there and hit it hard. The whole point, Big Irishman hit that right on the point, is consistency. Being consistent in what you're doing. Exercising consistently. Eating properly consistently. You still can have those cheat days or cheat meals here or there, but you got to get back on track first. You can't get back on track and then jump off right away and then start cheating and think you're going to get results. It's not going to happen ever. Sorry, guys. Now, there are some different things you can take as far as therapies and stuff like that. We offer some good ones that are definitely going to help you lose weight. I've got some things I'd say, and I hate saying this because people go, oh, I don't have to work out. We've got some therapies I think that if somebody took, they would lose weight automatically. It might not be traumatic loss of weight, but they lose 5-10 pounds for sure. For sure, 100%. But is that a crutch for them because they think that, oh, I don't have to work out now and I'm still going to lose weight from this? No, but if you exercised and use the therapies, then you would expedite your results and lose more weight or gain even more muscle. So at that point, that's really what it's about, is being consistent, being on track. So I thought it was really good, this article, and what it talked about. And it talked about, even if you're not losing weight, being active and going to the gym has so many more, or exercising or activity, not even going to the gym, but being active has so much more benefits than just losing weight. Now, of course, if somebody wants to lose weight and that's their goal, they're going to get hung up on that. But kind of look past it. Hey, listen, if you can be healthy in all other ways, and some people are overweight and their cholesterol looks okay, everything's all right internally. They don't have diabetes. There are some people out there like that. I'm not going to say every obese or overweight person has diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol problems, because it's just not true. But a majority do, and a majority of the people that are taking up the problems out. So at that point, just listen, if we're going to look at this, we need to make sure that we're making great choices and being consistent, working out, exercising, sleeping properly, eating properly. And if you need optimization or other therapies to help boost that, then that's what Titan Medical Center is here for, you guys. So all you guys have to do is call text 727-389-3220, and our staff will be happy to take care of you guys. Let's get it going. January 2022, right? I don't want to be repeating the resolution and all that, but listen, guys, it's really up to you. The ball is in your court. Now, especially nowadays, we have so much information to back these things. We have so much information that will tell us, and we're not guessing. We're not going by what somebody tells us. We actually have data. We have clinical data on this and research, which is really, really cool. We never had that before. So, take that education and do it. Matt, stop recording. Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year to all you guys. Jut 570, what's going on? What's going on, guys? I appreciate all you guys tuning in. Titan Talk Tuesday, every Tuesday, 6 p.m. So I'm a little hoarse. All right. So, the Titan Weekly Newsletter poll. What kind of New Year's resolution did you guys make? Losing weight or improving health? 31% said. Spending more time with loved ones? 18% people said. Enjoying life more overall at 18%. So the biggest one was losing weight, improving health, improving finances was another one. So people want to lose weight, get healthier, and make a lot more money. God bless you guys. Those are good goals. Those are good goals to have. What's up, Leslie? Happy New Year to you. These are great goals. And honestly, enjoying life more overall. That's taking time away from what you're doing. That's good. People need that. And spending time with loved ones. I truly think that's an important one. Because, listen, you can work, you can get healthy, you can get big, you can lose a lot of weight, but your loved ones too. You got to make sure that you're making time for them because that's just as important. You don't know how much time somebody has on this earth. You never do. Tommy, we'll get you there, dude. I hope so. My New Year's resolution is to get like you. Let's do it, man. I want all you guys to progress and succeed this year. That's what it's all about. Titan Medical Center is here for your guys' support. We're here for you guys. We want to make sure you guys, health-wise and fitness-wise, whether it's losing weight, gaining more lean muscle, getting better sleep, having better sexual life, having a better overall quality life. And that should be goal number one. Because quality of life is improving everything underneath that. Whether it's spending time with family, making more money, being healthier, losing weight, improving finances. This is all underneath quality of life. Okay? I truly believe that. So that was the poll. Upcoming events, January 23rd, Festival of Speed, Vinoy Park. If any of you guys are in the Tampa Bay area, January 23rd are going to be, let me know. We're going to give away some free tickets to Festival of Speed, St. Petersburg. And it is an awesome, awesome event. Titan Medical Center new full force. We'll be out there. I think Sharice is going to be interviewing people, giving away free T-shirts, signing up, taking pictures, all kinds of stuff. So hopefully you guys can make it out there. Thank you, brother. You make this world a better place with a message and your service. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that big time, man. That means a lot. Ultimately, that's what that's my passion, to help people, man. January 29th, 2022, Gasparilla Pirate Fest, the Invasion. We'll be there. So we'll be there. We actually took over the 93.3 float again. So we'll be on the float, have walkers out there. We'll be throwing out beads and all kinds of stuff. If you guys haven't been to Gasparilla and you guys are wanting to come to the Tampa area, that should be your weekend. And you probably should book your hotels now, if you can even get a hotel for that weekend. It's that big of an event. Millions come here. Millions. I read that the other day. I was like, I can't believe it. I thought maybe, a couple 100,000. They literally said 1 million of people come here. I mean, it's crazy. So it'll be really, really good. It's a great event. It's nothing like I've ever seen before. It's truly unique to Tampa and what goes on. So big shout out to Tampa and Gasparilla. All right, guys. I think that's it, man. I want you guys to check out the Titan Transformation. Go get registered now. Go to TitanMedicalCenter.com when we get off here. Make sure you guys go to the contest tab and get entered in. Whether you're a patient or not a patient, you guys will all be able to enter this contest. It's real simple and easy. All the test rules are there. If you guys have any other questions, there's an email address there. You guys can write the questions to, and we'll be happy to get back to you. All right? So I appreciate you guys joining me on the first Titan Talk of 2022. Loving it. I appreciate you guys. I really, really do. So that's it, guys. I love you guys. Much support. Make sure you guys are liking Instagram, Facebook, going to YouTube. That's another big one for you guys. Go to YouTube, guys. If you guys ever seen all our videos, they're all up on YouTube, all the playlists. You guys can look at therapies, how to inject therapies, what these therapies are, our lifestyle events, what we do kind of on the side for our events. You'll love it, I promise you. I appreciate all you guys, man. I'm going to do a giveaway next week. I'll be at time. I'm going to do a giveaway. I'll be out of the country next Tuesday. So at that point, I'll be doing it virtual one more time for you guys. But I'll do a giveaway for you guys to drum up some things for you. Maybe it'll be a gift certificate for $100. Maybe for your free therapy or some clothing. I don't know. You have to tune in to see, all right? So I love you guys. I appreciate all you guys. And I will see you next week on Titan Talk Tuesday.